The Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. Yeah, we Ric Flairing on them niggas. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Ric Flairing, gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death, I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. One eye open like Betty Wops and find to these circles that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders, trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow who can't cry over spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness, it's really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, black son, we ain't nothing like the mother guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy Nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Face, yeah, Bubba C, yeah, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing, son up.
Hey, yo, Scotty, you going crazy for this one. We see what you're doing, we salute you. Hey, let's get it started. It's Backpack Capital One. What's in your wallet? Got a call from my man A. Scott. I said I got it. Love that you highlighting all of these black colleges. Try to pay me for doing this. Look, bruh, if you don't get off my line with that foolishness, voice of the SWAC, pull up where you at. No cap if the Brody is speaking the soft facts. My advice, tune in to every show. Captain Petty, but we know that the sergeant is with the smoke. Speculate, just tell me what is we doing. Get into it, okay, look, I'ma say this and keep it moving. My boy Scotty, man, he offered the leash. Black grad, paying college, I'm glad that he called me. Walking cause we all been taught that talk is cheap. Even primetime knows Scott for the HBCU streets.
What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Scotty, and you're watching Off Script. Appreciate it. Doing a midday show. I like doing these little midday shows and stuff. You know, have you got something interested doing lunchtime, you know, on your little highways and byways and doing the things that you do. All right, so before I get into the topic today, as you saw in the thumbnail, which I've been seeing massive stuff, all right? Make sure you go check out the podcast on Spotify and Apple Music today. All right, updated it with some stuff. This is going to be updated. I'm going to put this on the podcast as well. So make sure you go there. Once you're there, don't be black. Don't be ignorant. Just give me a review. All right, like good, bad, indifferent. I don't care. Just leave a review. All right, just do what you do. If you're watching the show here, just go on the podcast, put a review. It's too easy. All right. Now let's get to the topic of the day. Oh, also, be ready to come back in 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. You know, the after show with me and Mr. Kofi. You know what's going down. All right. Make sure you tune in. Now, this is a topic that I have talked about with numerous of people. All right. Could FAMU lose Willie Simmons to University of Florida? Now, a lot of y'all are saying,
stop the cap.
All right, that's what a lot of y'all are thinking. But let's be real. There's a possibility. All right, there's a high. Why not? Why not Willie? All right, you have the best record in Florida. All right, the biggest reason why for me that it's a possibility is recruiting. You recruit Florida outstandingly. Okay. You recruit Florida outstandingly. Now, where I think a lot of you guys hit the mark on this, and I really think you missed the mark, because a lot of people are like, you guys are so stuck in your ways and stigmas and stuff like that. Oh my gosh, Scotty, an SEC program would never hire a black coach. Oh my gosh, Scotty, an SEC, oh no, it would never happen. No. It could happen. It could happen. All right. And the reason I say this, one, recruiting. Two, when you're doing more with less, right? As a corporation, right? If I'm looking at somebody doing more with less, and I say to myself, wow, if I gave him more, could he do better? What could he do with it? Wow. Because think about it. A lot of coaches, unless you're Nick Saban, Urban Meyer, Dabo Sweeney, a little bit of Jim Harbaugh, your name, right, doesn't really ring bells. Like the head coach of Minnesota, your name doesn't ring bells. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going into a kid's room or a kid's home and saying, come play for me because I'm this coach. You know what I'm saying? A lot of coaches don't have that standing. So what you guys are missing is that a lot of the recruiting is done by the school. Okay. And what I mean by that is the amenities that the school has, the name that the school has or brings to a kid. If a kid walks, if you walk into a kid's house, right, with his parents, let's say you got Dion, you got the coach from Minnesota, and you got the University of Florida coach, right? Well, Dion is going to talk to you on the sense of, I'm Dion, I'm at Jackson State. He's not going to bring up the amenities. That's the furthest thing he's going to bring up. He is not talking about Jackson State's amenities because that's not what that is, okay? He's going to say, I'm Dion. This is what I do. This is what it is. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, this is what it, like, I do this. I'm Deion Sanders. Come play for me. I'm Deion Sanders. I have my son, Jackson State, whoop-de-whoop. The Minnesota coach is going to say, well, you know, here at Minnesota, we do it like this. Minnesota has that. You know, we've been contenders. We need you to stay contenders, blah, blah, blah. It's the same thing with any coach from Florida is going to say, hey, I've won this. I've done this. University of Florida has this. It has this. We can give you this. You have this type of treatment. So it all depends on the brand of the school and the amenities. And at the end of the day, kids love name brand. Kids love a brand, right? So it's nothing like saying, hey, the University of Florida offered me a scholarship. That's a brand to that. That's a high level brand, right? So when you're a 5-star, 4-star, and the University of Florida comes offer you, that's the brand that you're following. So if you take a Willie Simmons who can recruit at FAMU with the brand that they have, and you pair him up with a bigger brand of the University of Florida, why can't he out recruit other kids? And why can't he out recruit other people in Florida? He's in the Florida market. the Florida market. You see what I'm saying? So it's nothing. You're stepping into, you're not leaving a market. You're not leaving a different. All you're doing is upgrading your facilities. That's literally all you're doing. You're taking what you've been doing at Florida, upgrading to having a back of having the big brother of a University of Florida behind you with all the boosters, with all the money and all the PR that comes with it. And now you're pushing your same agenda of family at Florida. Now you just got a bigger brand behind you. You see what I'm saying? So I don't see why coming for a SWAC coach that's winning. He has the best record in Florida. And that's saying something with the University of Miami, Florida State, Florida, name them all, FAU. He is the best winning. He's the best at this point right now. He has the best winning record in Florida. That means something for him to not get an interview. That's what I'm saying. You listen. You can have all the stigmas you want about a SWAC coach. Coaching is coaching. All right. At the end of the day, coaching is coaching. It is. You either got it or you don't. It's the same thing with Urban Meyer. At Bowling Green, he won. At Utah, he won. At Florida, he won. At Ohio State, he won. Listen, coaching is coaching. All right. You either can do it or you can't. So it's just that simple. All right. So when you move that, I'm not looking at it as in the sense of, oh, he can't compete at Power 5 level. I'm saying he can. I'm saying he can. You take a Willie Simmons who came in and turned a FAMU program all the way around to now being respectable and winning again, and you move him to a bigger platform, you move him to a bigger name, a bigger stage. I believe that he could come in and do work at Florida. And if you guys listen, the job is going to be open. All right. And this is y'all call me the Black Paul Finebaum. Let me tell you what Finebaum said. Let me see what Paul Finebaum said. All right. Let me get to this real quick. All right. So this is what Paul said. If he finishes the season without any more headlines, what we said a week ago is in play, Finebaum said. But should he drop one of these games, I think he's going to get fired. I just do. Because I don't think you can argue that he has control of the program. And if you can't make changes and things get worse, then you go out and lose another or two, which puts you at, I've lost track of the record now. You have a 500 record. I don't really know how you can convince anyone that your program is heading in the right direction. I think it's that serious. I do. Right now, if you look at his record, he has not been, 10-3, 11-2, 8-4. Now he's 2-5 in the conference, which is not good. All right. And he had a scare with Samford. So Dan Mullen wasn't bad. Okay. There's just an expectation of him. At a certain level, there's an expectation, especially at Florida. There's an expectation at FAMU. There's an expectation. All right. Now, will FAMU work with you? Yeah, they'll work with you. You know what I'm saying? If you come in, you get the right recruiting and all that type of stuff. That's cool. But at the same time, he's a winner. He's never had a losing record. All right. He's never had a losing record. At any head coaching job he's never had a losing record. Now, the only thing that would hinder Willie is he hasn't won a championship. That's the only thing that would put a lot of pause in him going to an SEC job like Florida is because of the simple fact he hasn't won a championship. I think that's the only thing. That's the only thing off his resume that you're like, damn, I wish he had a championship under his belt. He has a championship under his belt. He has a Celebration Bowl under his belt, a SWAC championship and a Celebration Bowl. You could be like, he's done well. He's done well where he's at. You know what I'm saying? And let's not act like, see, a lot of people act like you got to be super successful everywhere you go. Nick Saban was not super successful at Michigan State. Can I say that? I can say that. He was not super successful at Michigan State. So before he got the LSU job. So let's not act like he was. So It's just a who you know, how they feel about you. You know what I'm saying? And what aspect, do you want? Are you into that in that interviewing room to see like, all right, you know what? Let's take a chance on him. Let's see. Now, is Florida in the taking chances business? What happens if FAMU shocks the world and wins the FCC championship? Now we talking about something. Because I got to be real. Rashawn McKay is playing a lot better. And that FAMU defense is getting better and better. All right. So, and if I'm being honest, if I'm being a whole hum honest, I would count FAMU's season better if they won 2 playoff games than Jackson State winning the Celebration Bowl. I would count FAMU's season better if they won 2 rounds in the FCS playoffs than Jackson State winning a Celebration Bowl. You can clip that however you want it. Jackson State fans, you can write it down, wipe your ass with it. I don't care. That's how I feel. If FAMU wins 2 rounds in the playoffs, all right, that's significant because the rest of the teams haven't done that, and I don't know how long. All right, so to me, that signifies to me that you're moving in the right direction to compete with the big ups. All right, with the big ups, it's just that simple. You're competing with the best of the best. I mean, like legit. So instead of just beating up on the block, all right, instead of you just beating up on your block, you're going out and beating everybody else on their block. That's respect. You got to give respect where respect is. I think that's a better season to me. Because Jackson State hasn't played any top talent. Can't name. When you step into the playoffs, you're playing top teams in the FCS. That's just what it is. That's what happens. But Jackson State hasn't done that. But anyway, back to Willie Simmons. My thing is this. Willie Simmons going to Florida, I think would it be detrimental to FAMU? Absolutely. Because now you got to go out and find a guy. You could probably have KJ step into, you could probably have the OC step into, the head coach interim role and see how he does and see how that goes from there. But honestly, I think it'd be super detrimental. But I think it'd be something that should be celebrated. If he goes to a Power 5 conference based off his thing, I believe it should happen. I like it. I really like it. I've talked to some people. This is not anything official. All right. This is just strictly pure, like, hey, what do you think? How do you think? What do you think? This is stuff like that. That's why it's called rumor mill. But at the end of the day, I didn't call it breaking news. I didn't have no source. You don't see me citing no sources of Washington Post or New York Post, nothing. This is just simply like, could it happen? And I think it could. Hey, callers, you lot, talk to me.
Hey, what's up? What's going on, Scotty, man? I enjoy your content, man. This is Rock again, man. But I wanted to bring up a few things as you talk about this, right?
Yeah.
So the one thing about the SWAC and the SEC, right? A lot of people in the SWAC don't consider the SEC. A lot of people in the SEC don't consider the SWAC as a relevant experience, right? So what you end up doing in that case is the SEC would validate SWAC experience.
That's real.
How do you think all the other coaches who are coordinators, position coaches, recruiting coordinators, football operations guys who are existing in that white sphere, hoping to get those kind of opportunities, and you pick a dude out the SWAC? How do you think it makes them feel? Right?
I mean, hold on. Wait. Let me kind of rebuttal that. You're still, listen, when everything happens, right? When you pull a Nick Saban assistant, you're taking a chance. He's never, you get, like, people don't understand that. I don't care what assistant you pick from a Power 5 program. If they have not ran a team before, you're taking a chance. Coordinator, defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator, it's all taking a chance. You're just hedging your bets, hoping that, you know what, I'm going to pick this horse because this horse is from a lineage of another horse. You get what I'm saying? Like Seabiscuit, like, oh, I don't like Seabiscuit because he didn't come from a purebred horse line. That's what you're doing.
And that's what you're going to be battling, Scotty.
Yeah.
That's what you're battling. But let me give you an analogy, Scotty, right straight up. I'm going to put you in the analogy, right? You're by far the most most successful HBCU broadcaster, YouTuber, or whatever. But under no circumstances would they, the MEAC or the SWAC would hire you as the media coordinator for either one of their conferences. Even though you're much more successful than anybody they have in their organization, you have proof of concept that has gotten you followers. You got a video with 30,000 views. They don't have a video with 5,000 views. My point is, you have the skins on the wall. You're far more successful than anything they've done from a YouTube-wise at all. But would they consider you? And the reason why they wouldn't consider you is because you don't come from the culture that they consider relevant.
That's real. Okay, but I'm gonna tweak your analogy just a tad, right? Because it's a great analogy. I appreciate that, right? Real talk. I feel like you put me in two different categories, right? If you would have said host, like let's say host a SWAC media day or host a
okay, I get
you get what I'm saying? So go ahead.
Yeah.
Because you're right. If they try to hire me for,
understand,
yeah,
you also the brains behind your operation as well. So you're not just the host. You're not just on our talent. You understand? You are the brains and the on our talent. Which why would you go to a situation where you just would say what they would want you to say? You wouldn't do that.
That's facts. I wouldn't feel comfortable. You're absolutely right. I wouldn't feel comfortable. But
so it has to be. It would have to be your style, the way you do it. And again, I think Willie Simmons would be successful at Florida. I think it would be an amazing opportunity for him, his family, whatever. But it would totally upset the culture that exists. And here's the kicker: it would not only upset the culture in the SEC, it would upset the culture in the SWAC. Because then Willie Simmons would take some of his assistants that are making $120,000, $130,000 now. They coming to be position coaches, making $500,000, $600,000.
Man,
this is boy Rocky, and I'm out, man.
I appreciate it, Rocky. Hey, great call, man. Hey, great call. Appreciate that, Rocky. I think with everything you need, just listen. I think with anything, just a little rocking of the boat is not an issue, right? And I feel as though when you, how do I say this? When you're Florida, right? This is what I'm saying, right? If you're Grambling, if you're a Jackson State, if you're taking risk on certain coaches, to me isn't beneficial for you. All right. Like if I'm Grambling, I'm about to fire Fobbs. If I'm Southern, I'm about to fire Rollins. I'm not about to go get somebody as an assistant coordinator. No, I need somebody who has built a program, turned a program around. I need somebody solidified, right? I need somebody that is like, okay, you can do the job. If I put all this on your plate, you can do it. I can't go for the guy who is an offensive coordinator, never led a team, and I put you in a position. SWAC schools aren't built for that. All right. Facts. I don't care if you hit on one. Congratulations. That's a 1 in a million, but your schools aren't built like that. My thing is this: Florida can take a chance. Okay. I know what you going to say. They can't take a chance with a black coach. I get it. Okay. I know what you guys are already thinking. They can't take a flyer with a black guy. Okay. All right. Whatever. What I'm saying is they're built to take chances. All right. Their brand is big enough. The school is solidified enough. The finances are good enough that they can take a chance on a flyer and see if it hits. All right. But all you guys are going to bring it back is to, oh, you're black. Da-da. I get it. Oh my gosh. I get it. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Hey, this is it's actually a good time. I think Willie Simmons would do well. The only thing with Florida is will they give him the time? Because it looks like Florida, to me that
short leash
comes with everything.
Yeah, short leash.
Like he is gonna have to do a Dion.
That's real.
I mean, he is gonna have to do a Dion. He is gonna have to. In a year, they're going to expect it. I mean, we know that lease is short. So I think he'd do great if they give him the proper time to look under the hood, get rid of some people, do do a whole shift. But to me, that's what comes. To me, that is the difference. Is whether they will give him the time to implement everything he needs to implement.
That's real. That's real. And you have to really impress on somebody, like, you know what, like, let's give it time. Let's really give it time and see where he can take it and go with it. Yeah, now, I don't know if Florida
boosters ain't trying to.
You know what I'm saying? Like, in the Florida world, you know, time is short of the essence. All right, time is short of the essence, but it's a possibility. It's like you said, it's always a possibility. I think it'll be a good fit. But like I said, you need, like you said, and like I said, you need that time. You know what I'm saying? Like you need the time to make it happen.
You need an AD who's gonna trust them and be like, okay. I mean, think about it. They was ready to fire Florida State coach this year.
Oh yeah, they probably still will. They probably still will.
Yeah, but you know, he only been there 2 years.
Yeah.
I mean, so and you know, in SEC, they cut checks to get rid of folks with no problem.
That's
so
real.
It ain't nothing about them taking the buyout.
That's real. But hey, man, appreciate the call.
I appreciate it.
Man. All right, let me touch on a couple things in these comments, right? Because y'all Bamas is really on one today. Let me see something. This is what I can't stand, right? When I don't make a show about Jackson, okay, let me backtrack. When I make a show about Jackson State, then Bama's in here, oh, Scotty, you're in here making a show about Jackson State to get views. And then I make a show outside of Jackson State, then you got dumbass like this. Y'all couldn't stand the buzz around. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck. Like, shut your dumb ass up, bro. Like, damn, somehow it always flows back to Prime. Get a life, all right? Jackson State, get a life. The world is bigger than Deion. Damn, Jesus Christ. Hey, caller, you live, talk to me.
Hey, enjoy the show, man.
Hey, appreciate it.
Hey, you know, from my perspective, that's exciting, right?
Yes, sir.
I just don't think that Florida, I mean, look at their record. You know, they just don't I don't think they'd hire a black coach at this time and no time soon.
Mm-hmm.
But for him just to get an interview, it's different from, you know, Prime getting an interview or whatever, because bottom line, he's Prime. Right?
Yeah.
But for Willie Simmons to get an interview off of his
coaching,
straight coaching ability, would be awesome. That's for real. Him, his staff, and for FAMU.
That's real.
Now, replacing him would be somewhat difficult for us to replace him. I mean, them kind of cats don't grow on trees, but I think we'll be all right.
Mm-hmm.
But for him to get an interview, hell, if he got the job, in some freak way he got the job, man, we'd be excited. And then hopefully in 2025, when we play Florida, then we go down there and beat him. But, you know, and that probably will be the end of his job the day we beat them.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole concept.
I just got what you said. That would be the end. He'd be back at FAMU the next year.
Yeah.
Hey, that's real. That's funny. I'm sorry. That was good. That was good.
Yeah. No, but that would be exciting. I would love to hear what Mr. Campbell has to say about it.
Oh, you know he gonna come in.
But,
he gonna come in strong. That ain't happening. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, that's exciting though. Yeah, man. And I'm excited about us. You know, get to once again. If we win 2 games in the playoffs, I mean that really just strengthens his resume.
It does.
Tremendously.
It does.
Yeah. So I'm excited, man. That would be hype. That would be super good.
That would be.
Yeah. Hey, enjoy the show, man.
Always appreciate it. Hey, caller, you live? Talk to me.
Hey, Scotty, what's good? How you doing?
What's good, man?
Yeah, this ain't good, Scotty.
This not good?
It's not good. I'm gonna tell you what this says to me. You know, I'm looking at what's not said. What's not said is, we willing to interview anybody that qualifies for the position, but you can't have this conversation without saying, how does this impact, you know, Dion, you know Dion would go to Florida. No question. And no question. Nobody will even doubt that. But what does that look like when your star coach has interviewed at 2 schools the first year he got there?
But nobody brought up Prime though.
You have to. It's Florida.
No,
you already speculated
you
that
don't.
he would go.
You don't.
If the opportunity was there.
You don't. And first of all, I've got it on good authority that he does not want to go to Florida. I've got that from a good authority. He doesn't want to go to Florida.
He don't want to go to Florida.
I've got that on good authority. He does not want to go to Florida. I'm dead ass. Like, no ifs and buts about it.
Well, like I said, Willie Simmons is a good coach. My hat's off to him. It's a good opportunity. It basically shows the signs of the times they're willing to be fair and consider somebody. You can't overlook somebody the best, like you said, the best record in Florida. But who would replace him? You know,
that's the toughest. That's the toughest part about it. Who will replace him?
And the other shoe hadn't dropped because I don't see Jackson Gremlin making it to Christmas without saying Fobbs is out. I just we are waiting on that. That's just writing on the wall with that one. And so in this climate, all these coaches turnover. You know, all SEC, SWAC, everywhere. It's like six or seven different coaching jobs came available in the last 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot of stuff going on right now. So yeah, it could be strategy wise. Let's get Simmons hold for a year, let the dust settle everywhere else, and then let's see what we got. It could be. There's opportunity for advancement. There's opportunity for experience. It's a good look all the way around. But it's like I said, it's chess, not checkers. So you know. That's where I'm at. TCU, I don't know what they're gonna do. That is a Dallas market that's in the shadow of Cowboys, boys.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. All right, cool. I'm back. Hey, Q, you on? Hello, Q. Let me see. Let me try this again. Hey, caller, you live? All right, let me restart this jank. Sorry, guys. My phone. Hey, listen. I use my phone for my webcam. All right, so my phone went out. So that's on me. It's on me, baby.
There are 2 participants in the conference.
Championship. So I understand, like as a coach, I understand you are counted by wins and losses, but Willie haven't won a championship in a minute. I understand he went to FAM, rebuilt the program. That's good. I'm a fan person myself, but I think it may be a recruitment publicity. It may be. I know it's true news because I don't know, because Willie news don't come out like that about Willie. If something come out like that, it's probably 75% true or 25% just somebody putting it out there. So Florida do have to look into that, even though they can I know he can rebuild that program, but you also got to look at, can he take us to the SEC championship, that's probably the hardest thing to do besides winning the national championship in college football is win the SEC championship.
That's real.
So
that's real. So go ahead.
But my thing is, I think you need to bring a SWAC championship to FAM, because we ain't had a championship in a minute. So we need something. We need something to show forward so he can put on his resume and say, hey, I turned this team around. It took this many years to get a championship. It took me this many years to go to the playoffs. I think he still needs to kind of build his resume like 2 more years, at least to build his resume to get to that next level. I think.
That's real. Hey, appreciate the call.
All right.
All right, man.
Peace.
I listen. I think you guys are also. A lot of people are talking about just the race aspect, right? You got to also bring in the fact of coach. Like, you got to understand of what coaching really is, man. Like, you got to understand, like, Coach Willie Simmons has been matriculating talent at a level, like, you have to cultivate what you have when you're coaching at a SWAC school, when you're coaching at these lower level schools. You're not getting this high level talent. So you have to learn how to cultivate players. You have to learn how to scheme stuff. It's not a lot of just simple, like, hey, I got the best wide receiver and you go make a play for me, or I got the best this and you go make a play for me. A lot of times is I'm building a scheme, I'm building a formation, I'm building a concept to make my players look good, put them in positions to win. And I think if you take that same mindset to Florida, there's an opportunity there to succeed because of all the talent, the influx of talent you will have, and the technique of, player development. Of the player development you've been doing at FAM to what you can take and do at Florida. I have old coaches that have coached in the NFL, and they've told me on numerous of times, you'll be surprised how some of the top talented people in the NFL, in college, don't have great technique. They don't have great route running. They don't do things very well because they're so used to just beating people with pure talent. And a lot of times when you go to these Power 5 schools, they want to win so fast. They don't care about teaching you all the intricacies, parts of how to route run, how to block, how to read, how to make corrections, how to adjust, how to make audibles. They don't have time for all that. You see what I'm saying? So when you're at these lower level colleges, they have to cultivate players and do more player development. I think that might help in this case to go to Florida. Hey, caller, you live.
Hey, this is Quincy from Texas.
What's up?
Hey, you know what? So I'm gonna be the delusional SWAC hater. Matter of fact, if Coach Simmons even take the job, matter of fact, he's a sellout. Or you know what? If he even interviews for the job, he's a sellout. And no, you know what? Just because he mentioned the job, he's a sellout. How dare he go and make multiple millions and stuff and sell out the SWAC. You know what? No, but there's something to hate. The white man's ice is always colder on the other side. I think someone said. No, but all real seriousness, here's the deal, man. It's a good opportunity for the brother, but here's what I would like here in for FAMU as well as other universities in the SWAC, developing the coaching tree. Not too many. Well, there's a few since Eddie Robinson developed a coaching tree, such as Doug Williams, and his players underneath him. Coaches underneath him was able to just reset and reload instead of just going outside and creating another. Find out who we need to hire to bring in. And I think honestly, Florida A&M, they have a brand. If this was true, this is not even a set thing yet. Florida A&M, what they're building is good, and also a lot of with the attention of, not about Dion, but with the attention that he's bringing to this SWAC. This is bound to happen. It's going to happen for years. So that's all I got to say, man.
I appreciate it, Q.
All
right. Hey, listen, John, if you still in the comments, my boy, or you still on this chat, turn off the stream, okay? If it's not even a discussion, if it's not a discussion, why are you listening? Okay, that's just, let me say that. If it's not a discussion, why are you listening? Take your John double wearing ass somewhere else. All right? Damn. I don't understand that, guys. Like, if this is not something you want to hear, if you don't like it, if you don't agree with it, turn the channel. It's like any song. All right. If you on the radio and you and bluegrass music comes up, you don't listen to that shit, then turn it. All right. If you watching television and the Real Housewives of Atlanta come on, you don't watch that, turn that shit. If you don't gotta be on here. Damn. That must be killing me. Hey, caller, you live, talk to me.
Now, see, Scotty, you gonna make me go straight pinky from Friday on your behind. I need to just have you pull up that video of Pinky pulling out that gun on Ice Cube and just let that express what I got to say. So you know I don't curse on your show. One more, say one more word about Willie leaving. Say one more word about Willie leaving. Don't one more word. No, all right. Now we're not gonna hide it. Now, if y'all don't know, pull up that reference of Pinky. Y'all know who he is. All y'all watched that video 50 million times. Now, Scotty, stop it. So you come up here. It's Florida Classic weekend. I get the alert, and I got 500 people for FAMU. Now they want to cancel you, bro. I've been trying to work with you all week. You got executives texting me. You got business folk texting me. Teachers and got all pissed off. Now they want to go all JSU on you. I said, come on, man. Come on, bro. Why you do this to me?
Oh, man.
Why are you doing this to me?
That's funny.
Now, listen, this ain't about Willie's qualifications. This has never been about a black coach's qualifications. That ain't the issue. And we do live in reality. Because let me tell you about the SEC. And first of all, you said Nick Saban. You guys are way too young. LSU wasn't shit when Nick Saban got there. Go look it up.
Mm-hmm.
LSU was trash. LSU was not a good program. They were a middle-of-the-road program, and they win every once in a while. And I knew all the coaches, Mike Archer, the other guy, the big fat guy, and all that. Dude, they had a bunch of talent. So Nick Saban can recruit, and he can coach. But let me tell you something about coaching, too. Most coaches can't coach. Go look at the NFL. Most coaches can't coach. They don't want to tell you that. Most coaches do not develop players.
Facts.
That's why Kirby Smart didn't even lie. Kirby Smart said, I ain't coach, I'm recruiting. Kirby Smart just said that this weekend. That's what Kirby Smart said. So now let's get to this thing about opportunities. It ain't, again, the coaches. But once again, and I saw Blue saying Crooms and Mississippi State, Crooms was the first black coach. And look how long after that. So then A&M, because A&M had hit rock bottom, and I got a bunch of boys that played at A&M. A bunch of my boys played at A&M. So they gave some of the chance because he had done it at Houston. And then Mason was at Vanderbilt. But until Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Auburn, the big names, hire a black coach, I don't want to hear it because they're not going to do it. It's too much politics, man.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that we're not living in reality. Because, again, we got people all over, man. The chairman for Microsoft is from FAMU. The president from ABC is from FAMU and all these other HBCUs. So that ain't the issue. But them folks in Florida are not going to do it. They're not going to do it. Because when they shut them doors, they're not going to hire a black coach in Florida. And everybody from Florida knows how Florida is. I went to school down there and people from Gainesville that said, hell no. They went to FAMU, know how Florida is. So it's not going to happen. So again, I appreciate you causing a bunch of ruckus in my mentions on my phone. But I'm going to say one last thing and I'm going to get off the phone. Rashawn McKay. See, you didn't even have a ball award alert to give my boy any credit. So I demand that Rashawn McKay gets 5 minutes tonight. 5 whole minutes. 383 yards, 5 touchdowns. That's what the people really want.
Against UAPB.
That's what we want. That's what we want.
Okay.
That's what we want.
Against UAPB.
So, man, leave our coach alone, man. This classic weekend, man.
Yeah, y'all need to be focused on trying to beat Bethune. And they hot now. Bethune hot. Bethune hot now.
We focus. We focus.
I'm just saying, Bethune's hot.
Man, so let me go. So me and Pinky gonna get back in his old Cadillac, and we ain't gonna out you no more. We're hearing no more foolishness wrestle from you today. All right,
all right, Mr. Kevin. Appreciate the call. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Hey, Script, this Wilson, man. You got me?
Yeah, I got you. What's up? Talk to me.
All right, look. I think it's one thing. The main thing with like Willie Simmons or any one of our coaches in this way, you know, gets looked at or gets talked about for a job moving up. That's good. That's good for all of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
What we got to do is kind of, you know, make it so like somebody else alluded to before it got to me is what's the succession plan so we don't just become a breeding ground for the step up, you know, and coaches come on, they do well, they really don't meet our standards, right? Love Deion, love Willie, but like everybody said, they hadn't brought us back to championship yet.
right?
That's real.
We talking about them moving on, a possibility of moving on, and they hadn't met our standards yet.
That's real.
Right?
That's real.
You know, so we just got to talk about that, and then how do we just keep from being the breeding ground? And it was good. People come in and say, hey, if you can coach, they kind of validating that you got a level of competition. That means that, you know, your success in the SWAC should translate to success elsewhere. That's great. But how do we kind of keep that from happening and our programs actually grow on, right? We don't just have good teams 1 year from year to here and there. Other thing is, you know, like you said with the with FAMU season, if they win two playoff games, I think again it's good for everybody. It's good for the SWAC. My only thing is, because I'm a Jacksonian, you know, I think it's still a fugazi comparison because what we're doing is we penalizing the best team in the SWAC per the record because of some contractual stuff. So they're not even eligible for that, right? So it's not even an apples to apples comparison. But that's a whole nother conversation that folks already had. I think the last thing, though, is let's just say Willie does or somebody does go to another program. They take their coaching staff. They experience a level of success that the program deems is acceptable to them, and that person becomes, you know, hey, a successful person on the next level, and that ladder starts going up. I think that is not just good for the SWAC, but, you know, Bear Bryant didn't have back players until he got his ass whooped by USC, right? So there is, you know, believe me, being from Jackson, Mississippi, there is a certain amount of, you know, there's still a ceiling at certain positions in some of these schools as far as black, white. It is what it is. I know it's 2020, but it is what it is. Until I see a black head coach in Mississippi State for a good hot minute, that he gets to go through a turbulent season and then come back, or Ole Miss, which would be like the earth shattering, you know what I'm saying? It's still going to be there. But that's just my 2 cents. Good show, brother.
I appreciate it.
All right.
Listen, I think, okay, he made some valid points, but the succession point, I don't really care about, right? Because this is my thing, right? The SWAC is so entrenched in retread of coaches that you need to learn how to find coaches. I'm going to say that again for the people in the back, all right? The SWAC environment is so used to retreading of like, oh, he didn't work at your program? I'll try him over here. Oh, he didn't work at your program? Oh, I'll try him over here. Oh, he didn't work in your program? I'm going to try. That's called retreading, right? Just recycling, all right? So you need the people to get out and leave so you learn how to go find new coaches and stop reach all this recycling. All right, go learn how to find a coach outside of this. He doesn't have to graduate from Alabama State. He doesn't have to be a Grambling man. He doesn't have to graduate from Jackson State. He doesn't have to be an all-time great receiver at Bethune. Stop this. Stop this foolishness, right? So the succession, yes, I see what you're saying with it, but at the same time, you need to learn how to go find good coaches, and they're not easy to find, but you have to have a process to go find them, all right? And you just saying, oh, he graduated from my school, he has the all-time leading in touchdowns, you can be a coach, is not how you hire people. Hey, caller, you live, talk to me.
What up, Scotty?
What's good?
Bud from Jackson, Mississippi, man.
Talk to me.
Hey, listen, we love what you're doing. I want you to keep posting about Willie Simmons all week long. Lace fam, you see how I feel, baby. Last week they were laughing. They was all in the chat. Oh, Scotty, post they issue. What they gonna do? What they gonna do? Hey, it ain't funny when the shoe on the other foot. Tell Mr. Cameron, I don't want to hear it. Tell me all the same jokes he was putting in the chat last week. Willie Simmons, I'm hoping I'm freaking it. Hey, let's go Gators. Let's go Gators. I don't want to hear none about it. Don't lead a black school. Don't do us like this. I don't want to hear about it. We got chairmen in the building. Willie Simmons of Florida. That's where he's going. Hey, best school for him, Scotty. Best school for him. Florida got so much more talent than FAMU, Scotty. Why wouldn't he leave, Scotty? It would be crazy for Willie Simmons, who is a great coach. Hey, we want him there, Scotty. Have you heard the news? It's all over. Let's get it on ESPN, Scotty. Push it, Scotty. Push it. Push it. Let's see how they feel. So next time, maybe they won't be on here talking about, hey, you gonna leave it.
Oh, man.
Hey, Willie Simmons leaving. Sam, you saying Hey, Scott, I need you to be Captain Petty. Keep it going. Keep it going, baby. hey, Super Bowl weekend. Go Jack State. See y'all
Oh,
later, baby.
man. Boy, that was funny, bud. I needed that. Boy, you stupid. You stupid. Oh, man. That boy dumb. But that's real, though. All right? When this ain't no fun. Ain't no fun when the grabber got the gun. It's Captain Petty Sergeant Smoke out here, baby. All right, he said he gonna have a Simmons Gators. Yo, that was funny. He said, push it, Scotty, push it. Hey, rip it, baby, rip it, baby, rip it. All right, all day, Captain Petty out here. That was funny. I needed that laugh. God, that was hilarious. But yeah, man, like it needs to be talked about because on all levels, keep that same energy, right? Keep that same energy. On all levels, there is a progression, but it doesn't seem to happen with the SWAC. Now, okay, let me say it. Okay. Let me be very clear because I am a microcosm of the whole college football, right? So I don't want people to come in here and say, Scotty, what about the OVC? Scotty, what about I don't know them niggas. I don't know them Bamas. So I can't speak on what their coaches are doing. I'm speaking on I'm speaking on what I've seen in my time in the SWAC. All right. Simply this. I don't see much elevation in coaching from the SWAC. I see a lot of lateral moves. But I don't see the next progression. I don't see the jump. And it's not to say that these coaches don't deserve opportunities, but they don't come. You can't tell me that Coach McNair does not deserve a chance at a higher program than Alcorn. You cannot tell me that because he's the definition of success. That's what you would want from a coach. You would want somebody like a McNair who has took a program that was irrelevant, turned it around, dusted it off, and has won championships. Now, he hasn't won the Celebration Bowl, but he's won championships. All right? So my thing is this. At the next level, you got to prove that you can win and you can turn a program around. So why not give these opportunities to these coaches? But a lot of SWAC coaches aren't getting these opportunities. So does that say something about the competition? Did that say something about the talent? Because all you guys are telling me is this is a racial thing. All you keep telling me is it's a racial thing. Oh, it's because they black. Oh, it's because they black. Oh, it's because they black. Nah, I watched some SWAC games. These Bamas can't coach. All right? Listen, some of these Bamas cannot coach. And I'm not saying, I'm giving you an example. I'm not saying McNair wants to go. I'm not saying he doesn't want. I mean, McNair has a love and affinity for Alcorn. So I'm just saying of his success. All right. So maybe that wasn't a good analogy, but of his success. All right. So his success would breed a better job. That's all I'm saying. His success would, but I get what you're saying. Right. So my thing is this, right? All you guys will talk, because they black, because they black, because they black. What, bro? Like, winning is winning. Being good is being good. Like, at some point in time, somebody gonna want you. If you winning, somebody gonna want you if you winning. Will you not get all the opportunities? Are all the opportunities gonna come available because you're black? Yeah, okay, we could say that. You know, if you was white and doing all the winning, you would have a lot more job offers. We could say that. So instead of your job offers being 10, they might be 5 because you black. All right? It might be 5 because you black. Listen, I don't need enough SWAC hours to tell you y'all Bamas can't coach. The SWACs are bad, and the level of competition and play down here is bad. I don't need a lot of SWAC hours to tell you that. I've seen it with my own 2 eyes, okay? I've been to Itabena. That alone gives me 100 SWAC hours. Alone. Going to Itabena and sitting there and watching the game. All right? A lot of y'all Bamas on here can't even say they've been to Itabena. All right? Been to the Heritage Classic. Been to the Orange Blossom Classic. Been to the Magic City Classic. So what we talking about? So I don't need enough SWAC hours to tell you half the y'all Bamas can't coach. I can tell you that straight up. All right, easily. All right, the one doing the most with the least is Coach Dancy. Facts. All right, the guy doing the most with the least is Coach Dancy, but we're not going there. My point is this. That's a whole nother conversation, right? Whole nother topic. But at the end of the day, my point is this, and I'm gonna get up out of here. Let me get this caller right here. Hey, caller, you live, talk to me.
Yeah, man, it ain't. It's just calling from Florida, man. I don't see old boy getting a job at Florida. I won't say because of the race. Well, I will say because of the race, because Florida, they ain't ready to change, man. If Strong didn't get the job, he definitely ain't gonna get the job, man. And I'm with you on the SWAC people not being able to coach, man. I've been saying that for years, but I get the same feedback. I ain't got enough SWAC hours, but I don't care about SWAC hours, man. I'm with you on that. These dudes can't coach, man, in the SWAC, man. That's why Dion was so confident, saying when he get his players, he was gonna run through the SWAC. he saw in the spring that it don't take much to win the SWAC, man. It don't. You only need probably about five or six good players to win the SWAC, man. I've been saying that for years, man. And Jeff calling from Florida. That's all I wanted to say, man.
Hey, appreciate the call, my boy.
Your boy, he ain't got a chance to get the job, man. I'm just being honest, man. It's just Florida. You got to go through that good old boy network to get the job in Florida, man.
That's what's up. Hey, appreciate the call. Listen, all right. So somebody said they want me to talk about coaching, right? So this is the difference. There is a situation. How let me tell you how I view football. There's a place where it's called. Somebody said it yesterday. It's called the line of demarcation, right? It's where okay, good example. I'm gonna use an example. So if you have a house, right? AT&T, right? So AT&T is bringing the internet to your house, right? Once they bring the internet to your house, it picks up from your router or whatever you use to push the internet out into your, like, so if it's so if you don't have, if your own Wi-Fi, your own router. So let me break it down like this. Oh, that's my boy Blue. Let me answer Blue real quick. Go ahead, Blue. Talk to me.
What's up, man? You got everyone worked up again, bro.
Yeah. You know how I do.
But no, like, okay, so, and, we had this conversation this weekend, right? Like, this came out of our conversation when Samford was, only 7 points down in halftime. But, for me, I think it's bigger than anything that people are talking about. Just having conversations like this, I really feel like they're a long way in raising the awareness that we need to get rid of the good old boys club. Like you said, the recycling and the SWAC, that might be different. But as an SEC guy, that happens in the SEC all the time, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Will Muschamp should have never got the South Carolina job. And you saw how that turned out. And I think this year was the first year, honestly, you could say that the SEC really didn't have a lot of recycling. I mean, Auburn went and got a guy from Boise. Arkansas went and got an offensive line coach with no head coaching experience. Beamer for South Carolina, no head coaching experience. You got the guy from UCF going up to Tennessee. And what happens is, I think even Mr. Campbell said it in the chat, the SEC just tries to pick off the saving assistant tree. I mean, Tennessee hiring Jeremy Pruitt made no sense, and it turned out to be an atrocious move. But I think all these conferences, man, the recycling process is the detriment to so many teams in college football. And you look at the teams that haven't went the recycling way, and those are the teams that really made a move and really made something special. You look at Michigan State going to hire Mel Tucker. Look at what he's doing now. You look at Ryan Day at Ohio State, a first-time head coach has been to the college football playoff almost every year. You look at Lincoln Riley from Oklahoma, been to the college football playoff every single year of his career. You look at when Urban Meyer retired at Florida, some random kid out of Utah, and look what he built at Florida in just this short time. So I really think that just talking about this, even though it probably is never going to happen, and I told you that on the phone, that he should get interviewed, but he probably won't.
Mm-hmm.
But it needs to happen eventually, because the recycling I'm even to call it a pandemic in college football is killing college football from the inside.
That's real. That's real.
It's a major problem. So I feel everyone's saying it's not going to happen, but the problem is more people on YouTube with the platform need to be having this conversation so things can start changing.
Appreciate the call, Blue. I just wanted you to get some insight as you always do. The boy wonder.
Later, bro.
I appreciate it. Listen, man. That's why Blue is the boy wonder, man. That's why I call Blue the boy wonder. All right. And like he said, it's all about conversations, man. It's all about conversations. It's all about conversations. Somebody white and important at Florida might stumble across this and they'll be like, who's Willie Simmons? And then they might go and look up Willie Simmons and talk. You never know. You never know. All right. You never know. The same way Deion saw my apology, a white man at Florida could stumble across this chat. And if you are that white man at Florida, hi, white man. All right. You know, I like booster money too. All right. So I'm just saying, so it's possible. Right now, back to my point about coaching in the SWAC, right? Before I get up out of here. My thing is this. There's a pathway to coaching, right? You can only do so much, right? And then that's where you leave it to the players to go make a play. All right. I'm going to say it again. Coaching brings you up to that point. And then and then from there, the players go make plays, right? And what's happening is that coaches are leaving players out to dry. The players are trying to do as much as they can, but the coaching is not meeting them the same way. All right. The players and the coaching are not meeting up, right? So let me say this. So the people that say, oh, Deion did this, Deion is just out-talenting a lot of players. That's what his players are, just better than your players. I have more stars in areas where you don't, right? So when you have a team like a FAMU that has stars and they have players that can compete, you see what happens. All right. You see what happens. You match up. When ULM steps into your footprint and we can match you player for player, you see what happens. There aren't no 65 to 15s. They're not no 45s to 12s. When you can match up player for player, then you're talking. So my thing is this, with the Southern game, okay? Coaching let those players down at the end of the game. All right. So you knew you have a 5'10 corner on a 6'6 receiver. That's bad coaching. It's bad coaching. One-on-one is bad coaching. Not having a safety over top is bad coaching. All right. But at the end of the day, you don't have enough talent to compete with Malachi. So you have to double. You have to do more than what's necessary. All right. Because you don't have the talent to compete with a Malachi. You don't have the talent to compete with the Keith Corbin. And if you do, you only got one player. And that one player cannot cover three people. All right. The one player cannot cover three people. So it is what it is. Hey, caller, you loud. Talk to me.
Hey, Scotty, bro. I'm calling back in, bro. I'm all bad, but these people with these whack hour stuff, man, that junk gotta stop, bro. That junk gotta stop, man. Last time I checked, football is football. You got 2 end zones, you got 11 players, you got 2 head coaches, man. Like I don't get it. And if your team not that good, then guess what you gotta do? You gotta go to the chalkboard and figure some shit out, bro. Like that's all. You just gotta put on your big boy britches and call it like it is. Goddamn, Alabama is Alabama because they do what they do. They know how to recruit. They got that shit down to a science. If you can't figure shit out because you saying, oh, because it's SWAC hours or it's SWAC hours, man, come on with that, bruh. The SWAC gotta stop doing that. Because the MEAC don't even do that. Like, you gotta stop doing that. Like, that's just asinine. Like, I don't get it. That's like telling your mom, oh, I don't know how to do things because I just don't understand. Well, guess what? You either got to understand or you're just going to get left in the dust.
It is what it is.
Either you understand football or you don't understand
and
football.
And I like where you're taking this, right? Because the SWAC hour conversation, right? When I hear SWAC hours, this is what I hear, right? We're so used to doing it this way that we don't want to change. That's when I hear SWAC hours, that's what I hear. I'm like, why is the refereeing so bad? Well, you don't have enough SWAC hours. Nah, Bama. I haven't been in this twilight zone for so long that I can't see that that's just the norm. Everybody it's like the norm. It's like when you go to a friend's house that's dirty and you're like, your house is so dirty. They be like, it's really not that bad. Like, no. It's bad. It's really this bad. Like, you need, like, God damn, you need to get this cleaned up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what happens, but you're so used to living in it, you don't notice it. That's what I hear when I hear SWAC hours.
Bro, it's getting on my nerves because, if that's the case, then everybody just need to say, oh, you need to get the HBCU hours up.
That's fair.
I can understand somebody saying HBCU hours.
Facts. I get you.
Okay, let me understand HBCU as a whole, not the SWAC. Like that. Come on now. Come on. We got to get out of this mindset. Football is football. If you can't coach, you can coach. You won't win.
Yeah.
If you can't, your ass is grass and you're gonna get fired. Like, come on.
It's that simple.
Come on. It's that easy and it's that simple. Two teams, actually, I'm gonna say three. Three teams got it down pat this year. Fam, Jackson State, and Prairie View. What y'all Bama's need to come on the bandwagon. Come on, let's get on the bandwagon. You see one team got tradition. Shoot, Prairie View, they got tradition right now because they winning. They doing their thing.
Mm-hmm.
Jackson State got a coach. They doing their thing. FAMU got a brand. And I'm gonna say a above average coach. He's not the best coach, but he's above average. So like, what the rest of y'all doing? If y'all want to get y'all SWAC hours up, y'all need to compete with them top three. That's what SWAC hours mean to me. Y'all need to compete with the Jackson State, the FAMU, and Prairie View. That's the SWAC hours right there.
That's real. Hey, appreciate the call, my boy.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, caller, you allowed to talk to me.
Hey, what's up, Scott? It's Rock again. I want to talk about that SWAC hour shit too, because I think we're missing the point, right, with those SWAC hours, right?
Rocky,
here's the problem with the SWAC hours. 80% of SWAC hours is paying attention to the goddamn band. I've been around goddamn HBCU sports my whole life because my sister's a Southern grad, and I'm here in Texas, and I didn't pay attention. But when you get to, but they never talked about motherfucking football. They always talking about band, marching, maneuver, and all that kind of shit. We talking about just motherfucking football. And when you talk about football, when the football start conversation ends up at talking about the halftime competition, that's not what I'm used to, because I am a football fan. All that band shit really gets on my nerves, and I'm so glad you don't spend no goddamn time talking about it, because it's the go to the band channel if you want to talk about it. Create a whole nother band channel, a band YouTube, and all that kind of stuff. But none of that shit matters over here, and I love it, Scotty. Man, I appreciate what you're doing. Just the football is what we talking about over here, and I so appreciate it. Much love, my brother.
Appreciate it, Rocky. Listen, I couldn't have said it no better. I couldn't have said it no better. Come on, man. Rocky. I couldn't have said it no better. Come on, Rocky. Man, we getting there. Come on, man. Oh, come on, man. I love it. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Hey, man. I feel like that was a great point the other caller had made. I think what this season has and I hate to bring back to Dion, with the SWAC, they've learned that they need to learn how to build a team. They've been, there's a reason why, most of the teams out, there's probably like 3 quarterbacks. You got Paz, Shador, and Akil. The rest of them, you don't know what. Basically, like if they get down 2 touchdowns, it's basically a wrap for them. So I think most of the teams in the SWAC, most of the coaches need to learn how to actually build a team. What goes into that. So that you could be more competitive.
Mm-hmm.
We had quarterbacks that can't read defenses and don't know how to run a 2-minute drill. Like, I mean, the inaccuracy is horrible. And, it's one thing where, people are, and also, I remember hearing one of the SWAC coaches say that he don't want to go into the transfer portal. Why not? Like, nah, like you have to learn how to use the transfer portal to your advantage. You dip in, you don't get all of them, but you get a couple. Treat it as a little. You build your team through your high school. Get you a couple of SWAC players couple of transfer players that could lead the new freshmen on, so you ain't necessarily got to throw them in the fire.
Mm-hmm.
So I think most of them need to learn how to build a whole football team and a whole program, because that, unfortunately, 3 cows in the dust. When you got, Akil and them averaging 30, Jackson averaging 30, Pass averaging 30.
All right, so let me stop you. Let me stop you. Let me stop you real quick. So there's teams that are very successful at doing 3 yards in the cloud of dust. Kennesaw State, they do a triple option. Georgia Tech, they used to run a triple option. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about, listen, that comes down to coaching, recruiting, and finding players to fit your scheme, right? Quarterbacks are going to be inconsistent. Quarterbacks, running backs are going to fumble. Wide receivers drop balls. Offensive line miss tackles. But are their upside better than the flaws? That's what you're looking for in players. You're not going to find a perfect team, but what happens when you have this is what happens when you have a Jackson State in a FAMU in the SWAC, right? So what happens is their talent level is just so their talent level is so, like, okay, you got Jackson State, FAM, and then everybody else, right? Jackson State is.
Well, I put Prairie View in there.
No,
I put Prairie View because they got
no.
Well, I like a quarterback.
No, but I mean, like I'm talking about across the field. I'm talking about across the field talent.
Okay.
I'm not talking about 1 or 2 players. When you're building a team in the SWAC, like when you're trying to compete against the Jackson State and FAM, you have to have a complete team. And ain't no onesies and twosies are going to beat no Jackson State. You know what I'm saying? Like, no onesies and twosies are going to beat FAMU unless your players is that gosh darn good. You know what I'm saying? So you need to, like, the talent gap has to close in a little bit, but the coaching also has to go a lot better, because you're not going to compete with Jackson State when it comes to recruiting. You're not. I don't give a damn who you are. You're not. But what you need to do is your coaching has to be much better than Jackson State. You have to be thinking 2 or 3 steps ahead. So there's no reason why me, and a watcher at YouTube at home, is telling, I'm watching the game and I'm saying, hey, your safety is too far to the inside. He needs to be outside covering Malachi Wyman. I'm calling it out, and they run a sail route and he scores on a game-winning touchdown. That's bad coaching. But hey, man, appreciate the call though.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Hey, man. Hey, caller, you loud? Talk to me.
Hey, yo, what's up, Scotty?
What's good?
Hey, yeah, man, I just wanted to make a comment on that, on the thing about the band. I don't think it's the main purpose of the SWAC football games, but it's just part of it. I think that's what makes us stand out. And if whether we're good or whether we're bad, people are gonna focus on the band.
So you just made his point. You said win or lose, people are going to focus on the band. Football people don't care about the band. Most football people don't care about the band. I'm just being honest. Like real heavy football aficionados do not care about the band. Like wait a minute. I don't mind listening to music. I love music. We're Black. We love music. But to be like, oh, who won the halftime? Oh, how about that 5th quarter? I don't give a damn. Like I don't care about the 0 quarter. I don't care about the halftime. I don't care about the halftime for the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? And they got artists I watch. So I damn sure don't care about the halftime, and I damn sure don't care about no 5th quarter. You know what I'm saying? Like that has nothing to do with the game. That's all culture, whatever. Cool. But that don't have nothing to do with the game.
Exactly. And I think that's why you like the SWAC. I think you like the Southern way that we do things. That's the only difference. What's the difference? If our football team sucks so bad, why do people watch?
Because they like. Okay, your teams do kind of suck though. I ain't gonna lie, your teams do kind of suck. But my thing is this:
why would you watch?
Because it's football. Like, it's no okay. Like, there's fans who are Detroit Lions fans. They've seen 0-16 seasons multiple times. Does not mean they're not a fan of their team. If the Cowboys were 1-12 or 1-15 every year, it wouldn't stop me from watching a Cowboys game. I am a fan. So fans are going to watch the game, or like true football fans of their school, of their alumni, are going to watch. Vanderbilt still has fans.
You just proved my point.
How?
SWAC fans are going, that's part of SWAC football. SWAC fans are going to, the band is just included, man. It's just, just like tailgating. I get every time with the, it's time for a game, the first thing you mention is they did food, man. It's just part of the way we celebrate.
You're not making sense though, right? Because I didn't prove your point.
I mean,
I am.
You
didn't. Okay, I said fans are going to watch the game because they're fans of the school. I ain't say shit about the bands because that's your school. Your school is playing.
The band. I mean, the band is the school, bro.
Okay, my guy. However you see it. I'm
just trying to make it make sense, bro.
It ain't never gonna make sense. It's never gonna make sense to me. So
I'm not like a band head either, but I like music, and it's just, bro. That's really like, it sets a vibe, bro, and that's what keeps you interested in the game, man. Just
it doesn't.
Everything that's going around.
That has nothing to keep you. That has zero to keep you interested in the game. The game is the game. The band cannot keep you interested in the game.
No one goes just for the band. That's unrealistic, Scotty.
So how is the band keeping you interested in the game? Make that make sense to me. How is the band keeping you interested in a football game on the field? Make that make sense to me.
I think you understand, bro. You just don't want to.
I'm asking you a question. You said the band makes you watch the game. Explain to me.
I say it keeps you into the game, bro.
How does the band keep you into the game?
Okay, Scotty.
How does the band answer my question? How does the band keep you in the game?
It's your girl. My bad, bro. What you say?
No. How does the band keep you interested in the game? Explain that to me.
Okay, I got a good example. Second, it's your girl's birthday. You want to do something romantic for her. The focus is her birthday. But you might have some music on, you know what I'm saying, to set a vibe, bro. It just sets the tone, bro, for the audience. It's a beautiful thing to me. Like I said, I'm not a band head, bro. I like football, but teach his own.
So that keeps. So let me ask you this. If there was no bands, would you not watch the game?
No, definitely. I mean, yeah, I would watch the game.
Okay, then. So the band don't got shit to do with you watching the game. You just made my point.
It's a part of it, bro. I just gave you a great example.
You did. You just made my point. I said if the bands did not show up, would you still watch the game? You said, yeah. You made my point.
Yeah, I watch the game, duh. I mean, I watch football also. I like SWAC football, particularly, though, because everything that's included.
I get you. And like I said, to each his own, my boy. To each his own. Appreciate the call, my boy.
Yeah. Good show.
It wouldn't feel the same. Oh my gosh, bro. Listen, bro. You can have a DJ in the booth and play music. You can have a DJ in the booth and play music. You can set a tone, just like he made an example about my girl's birthday. You put music on. I can get a DJ in the booth, push play, and it happens. I can whatever song you want. Whatever song you want. You want Frankie Beverly and Mace? I can play it. You want Earth, Wind, and Fire? I can play it. You want Juvenile? I can play it. What are we talking about? The bands are playing 9 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10. They're playing songs off the radio. So I can play that on a loudspeaker. Don't make sense. I don't have a clue about SWAC football. You're right, because y'all don't talk about football. It's not about football. Not even a little bit. This man called and talking about, Scotty, the band keeps you interested. It's the game. The game keeps you interested. What's up, Mr. Campbell?
All right, man, I had to call back in, but you make a great point. But let me use the JSU Southern game. that was a perfect blend of football, because it was good, compelling football. I think we all will agree. Great, compelling football. But the band atmosphere, the dancing dolls, the J sets, that is HBCU culture, bro. See, that's the thing I think sometimes when we talk about SWAC hours. It's the whole thing. That whole package, and I'm watching it on TV, and I can only imagine being down there in the stands because I've been in those games. The energy from all of that, bro, was what makes it special. SU going at Jackson State Band going, the boys fighting hard. You seeing some NFL quality players, the coaches and all that, the J sets, the dancers, all. It's the whole thing that goes on. I think sometimes people want to say the band versus football. No, I'm a football guy. You know that. I listen to your show because I told you talk football. But I'm not going to disrespect what happened Saturday night. That was a big deal because of everything that was brought to the table. Everything that was brought to the table. Man, you cannot say if you're down there and the boom is going at it and SU is going at it and you don't get hype. You can't, you feel that energy, bro. You feel that energy. But again, Shadur Sanders throwing that game-winning touchdown makes it incredible. That makes the football game. So it's a total package, man. It's a total package. So it's not, so yeah, you got people, I know people, all they do put their high heels on and they go listen to the band. Look, and Southern people, y'all need y'all asses whooped because I saw y'all walk out that game after the Southern band finished playing. So see, you're right on that, Scott. I'm going to totally agree. But the rest of us, man, it's the environment, bro. It's the total environment. It's going to be the same thing with all corner JSU play. It's going to be 50,000 people in there, and they coming to watch football, bro. They coming to watch football. And JSU going to do what the Boom do, and whatever Southern Sounds of Dynamite going to do what they do. So that's it, man. I just want to give a little bit of perspective because we always either or. It's not either or, man. It's the whole – that's what makes us special. That's what makes us special. And I enjoyed that. So that's all. So that's it, bro. Keep doing your thing.
Teach his own. Teach his own. All right. Hey, let me get up out of here because I wasn't even trying to go this far, and y'all taking me all off topic. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Hey, but listen, make sure y'all tune in 7:30 tonight. 7:30 tonight. Me and Kofi, we going, the afterglow show. You already know what it is. We're gonna talk about the previous week 11 games, upcoming week 12 games. All right, and we're gonna tune into that. And also, if you're still on here, hey, listen, if you're a white man that's a booster at Florida, listen, if you end up interviewing Willie Simmons, just throw something back my way. All right, just throw something back my way. All right, just appreciate that. All right. Also, podcast. All right, if you at work and you can't watch me on YouTube, make sure you go to the podcast. All right, when you go to the podcast, all right, leave a review. All right, wipe your feet, leave a review, get the likes. It's all the same thing. All right, I'm gonna try to do the Ball Awards maybe after the show. All right, or before the show. All right, so I might do the Baller Awards around. If I do it before the show, it'll be 5. If I do it after the show, you're talking about a super late night show. It could be fun. You guys can leave it in the chat. Should you want me to do it after the show? I really want to do the Baller Awards. My voice, guys, I'm sorry. My voice was shot, bro. All right, my voice was shot last night. My girl was like, "You can't go on." She gave me. I'm still drinking this tea. You know what I'm saying? So, but if you guys want me to do the Baller Awards after that, oh shoot, I gotta drive back to Carolina tonight. I'm probably gonna have to do it. Before the show. I'm probably have to do the Ball Awards around 4:30 or 5. All right, so I'm gonna do it. Yeah, because I gotta drive back to South Carolina tonight. So I'm gonna do the we don't sleep out here, bro. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to do it before the show. I apologize. I know a lot of you guys are gonna be at work and driving your way back home. I apologize. I'm gonna have to do it before the show. All right. Because like I said, I gotta drive back to Columbia. I gotta drive back to South Carolina, Columbia tonight. So it is what it is. So yeah, be on the lookout. Hey, make sure you hit the notification bell. You know, I don't shoot from the hip. This ain't, Dr. Cavill show. He's like super structured Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday. My stuff ain't like that. All right. I'll be out here just winging it. Just spray, it's like no homo spraying y'all. So make sure you hit the notification bell. All right. And so when I'm going live, because I am very sporadic. It could be 7:35, it could be 6:12, 6:15. I don't know. All right. Exactly. I'm hella random. All right. hella random. You be like, yo, he went live again. I ain't even know. Then hit the damn notification bell so you'll know. All right. So until next time, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to holler. God bless.